Hello, 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 beloved souls. It's Twin Flame Tuesday. First of all, Twin Flames, I love you. Hello, how are you? Happy March, right? We're halfway through the month. We have a full moon in Virgo coming this Friday the 18th. We have Friday the 18th is going to be a 999 day, right? So this is a 3 universal month and a 6 universal year. So 3 plus 6 equals 9. The 18th, 1 plus the 8 equals 9. And then we have a lot going on with the planets, with them being like 27 degrees. I forget which one. Anyway, 2 plus 7 is 9. We also have Venus and Mars doing this delicious little dance. Pluto just did a huge shift over the United States. The full moon is in Virgo. We're ending Pisces season and we're moving towards Aries season. So there's a lot going on planetarily wise, energetically wise, and it's causing big shifts, right? The divine feminines, heart chakras, not that they haven't already been getting work, but there's a lot of activations going through the heart chakra as well as the crown chakra, as well as always a focus on our sacral chakra because that's where our feminine energy lies, right? And the divine masculines are getting rocked, right? Their rug is being pulled from under their feet. A lot of karmic endings are happening. A lot of triggers, a lot of healing is happening, and there's big pushes for them to also stay really grounded as their solar plexus is getting a revamp, as well as their third eye and their crown chakras, right? So if you are divine masculine, I'm holding space for you because I know that this has been challenging. And if you're a divine feminine, I'm holding space for you to let you know that it's safe to be in your heart, right? And it's also safe to receive. So, having said that, my beautiful Twin Flame Collective, let's see what the romance angels have for you, and then we're going to see what else we got going on because there's a lot going on this week, and the angels had a lot of messages for everyone. So, thank you, angels and guides. That was one card. That's two. Anything else flying out right away before we get this party started? All right. Calling in what? Your soulmate. I love that that's the first card that came out. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This is a beautiful time. Well, let's get back to the number 9 because I brought that up for a reason. Nines are about endings and completions, right? So it's the end of one cycle, but when things end, that is the beginning of another cycle. So many of you have been doing this work to really clear, heal, and cleanse yourself. And a lot of what's being released during this time are the versions of yourself that are no longer serving your highest and greatest good, right? Like many of you are doing the work to get on your highest and greatest timeline, to live your highest and greatest life, to really stand in your purpose and your truth. And because of that work, right? Because of your affirmations, because of your prayer practice, because of your meditations, because you're outside getting into nature, because you're learning to trust in your intuition and you've been doing work with your sacral chakra, because you've been getting grounded, right? Those energies are being amplified. So the things that are ending now are no longer serving you so that you can move into the next and greatest version of yourself. And part of that, for those of you who have not already met your divine counterpart, will be the arrival of your twin flame, right? If you have not already met in this lifetime, if you're not already connected, like this is going to be a big push for you guys to get into alignment. As you're healing yourself and you're doing the work within yourself, you are doing the work on behalf of your divine counterpart as well, and vice versa, right? We're always healing and shifting and going through things at our level, but as a twin flame, if you're dealing with something, your twin is dealing with it in another facet. And if you're seeing your twin dealing with something, that's also an indication to you as to you need to look at some area of your life that maybe might have been neglected, right? So we're mirrors of each other. It's so easy to be like, well, they have this going on and they need to do this work and they need to do that and da, 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 da. But I've learned on this journey, which has been a blessing of healing and transformation, that whenever my twin is going through something, I need to take a step back and go, okay, what is that showing me in my life? Where is that an energy that's prevalent in my life somewhere and it may not be playing out in the same exact manner, right? Like, let's say your twin has abandonment issues, right? Maybe their abandonment issues play out in their interactions with their parents, but your abandonment issues might be playing out in your interactions with like your job or your work or things like that, right? It's like it's the same energy, it's just playing out in a different way. So what they're dealing with, you're dealing with, and as you're doing the work and the healing and the growth to expand and evolve yourself, their team of light also has them doing that, right? And I love this energy because it looks like one is kind of like, it looks like one is like showing me an angel and a person, right? But it's showing me like how one energy can be at a higher level of spiritual growth than the other, but that they're still in balance, right? Like maybe you're the awakened twin and your twin isn't there yet, but it doesn't mean that they're not getting the work and the support to get there and to bring you guys finally into balance and into union. So I'm loving that for you guys. The second card that popped out was release your ex. Wow. Okay. The time has come to clear your energy. Yeah. You can't welcome in the new if you're holding on to the old, right? So you can hold on to the old, to the familiar. People are very comfortable with their familiar hells. They prefer it over strange heavens. I love that quote. But you can sit here and reread the old letters and feel sorry for yourself and question and revamp and be in your head about every single little thing, or you can move forward, right? You can take the energy and the lessons that you gain from this relationship, your yeses, your nos, your truths, the lies, whatever it was, right? Whatever blessing you received from this, and use that to build a better life for yourself, for your divine counterpart, right? Like before you meet your divine counterpart, most of the time you've had other relationships leading you up to that, right? Especially karmic relationships. So you learn what your yeses are, what your nos are, what you're compromised on, like things that you're okay with, things that you just will never be okay with, right? Like those are all the things that we learn in this game of life as we're going through the scenarios, as we're dealing with other people. And that helps us to be ready for our divine union, right? Like to be ready to be in a partnership, in a relationship in which we are equals, right? No, it's not always going to be 50-50. Sometimes there's going to be an 80-day for you and there's going to be a 20-day for you. And that's when your partner comes in, picks up the slack, or you got to pick up the slack. But at the end of the day, you're bringing with you the blessings from those lessons. If you want to carry all the luggage from your ex relationships into this new relationship, you're going to be by yourself. Because as a twin flame, you're elevating, you're growing, you're ascending. You can't bring that shit with you, right? It's like, do you want to pay a check bag fee for a whole bunch of shit that you're probably not even going to use on the trip? No, right? What can you fit in your book bag? What can you fit in like an overnight bag real quick that you can just take with you to the plane, that you can just throw under the seat so you can get going, so you can make these moves? Like that's the energy. So it's time to let the past go, right? Like take the lessons, listen, you learned what you learned. It was great. You needed to go through what you went through in order to be here at this level, but it's time to move forward. Why? Because this is what is before you. Again, if you haven't already met your twin, you will be soon, or at least this is the energy that they're coming towards you. This is you just really aware and realizing, like, I'm calling this energy in, like, I am showing up in this world as the divine counterpart that I want to receive. I am a reflection of that in which I want. That's this energy. Talk about it. What else we got? Ooh, okay. Forgiving and learning. Yep. Growth, expansion, truths, letting go of the past. Like you learned what you learned from this dynamic or these dynamics, right? You learned what you learned. It's time to let it go. And it's okay to be hurting and to be in your feelings and to have those moments. Like literally honor those moments. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you got your heart broken, or that you trusted someone you shouldn't have, or that you're pining for someone that maybe doesn't feel the same way. Like we all go through these things, right? As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. We go through what we went through, and those hurts and those pains, they taught us a lot. But don't let that keep you from this, right? Don't let this energy keep you stagnant. Take it, learn from it, feel it, move through it, and get ready for what you truly deserve and desire. And for those of you that are already in union, my delicious divine counterparts, it's time to acknowledge and to realize that we cannot keep bringing the same energies of our past lovers or partners into this dynamic, right? Like, you're not him, he's not her, right? Like, it's like we're not them. We are who we are. We're in this moment. We're dynamic. We're together. So in this space, since we're aligned with one another, since we call to one another from a soul level, we're here to help each other grow. And that might be just having some really uncomfortable conversations about our past relationships, right? Being like, hey, I was in a toxic relationship. I was in an abusive relationship. I was with a narcissist. I have tendencies of, I can be codependent, like all that shit that happened, like learn from it. And let's have a deep, real, honest conversation so that we can take our relationship to the next level. Let's be authentic with one another, right? Any, bottom of the deck. Because this is what y'all are doing. And again, for those of you that are already in partnership, this is new layers of you coming activated, right? Seeing each other in a new way, but new love, like a new person has stirred your romantic interest. You have to let this go. I implore you, you don't have to, you got free will, but I implore you, for those of you that are not already in union, let this energy go so that you can step into the new. And even if you are in union, do not hold your twin accountable for the things of your past lovers. And I know that's easier said than done sometimes, especially when we're triggered, right? When something happens that triggers us, they say something or they do something that reminds us of an ex or of a past energy or one of our freaking like toxic ass parents or mentors or some shit like that. Like, it's about like literally like not making them accountable for this person's pains and traumas, stepping in and seeing them with fresh eyes, fresh love, fresh awareness, fresh openings of the heart space, right? Like that's what you're stepping into, as much as for them as for you. Be the new version of yourself, loving yourself, right? Maybe you're the new love that's shown up because you learned to love yourself. You learned that you don't need to be codependent. You learned that you are enough. You learned that you are worthy. You learned that you are independent. You learned that you do got this, right? You can do it and that you can be happy with or without your twin because you've learned to love yourself. That's dope shit, especially during this March month, which is about self-care. Self-love is the best love. You can't give to somebody what you don't have, right? How can you love someone if you don't even love yourself? All right, thank you, angels and guys. What else we got for the Twin Flame Collective at this time? Okay, my nose. Oh, look at this. Archangel Uriel with friendship. I love that. So many of you, this is your soul tribe coming up, right? But this is also about you just really building a friendship and a close connection with your twin, right? Like, you guys getting on the same page, you guys having conversations, you guys building a friendship, laughing together, creating memories. Archangel Uriel, the angel of illumination, right? And epiphanies. So like, again, there's going to be new perspectives of your dynamic, a new love, right? Because you're seeing things differently, because you guys are learning to peel back the layers of this 3D bullshit and to really focus on what it is that's at the core of you. And that's love and that's friendship and that's joy, that's connectedness. It's connecting our inner child, right? And like really just tapping back into the innocence and the joy and the love of this dynamic and this relationship and not making it seem like a freaking journey of suffering, as so many people love to make it. Like, so many people are like, oh, it's a twin flame journey and it has to be hard and I'm learning the karmics. And no, it doesn't have to be hard. Like, these lessons are here to help you, so you can take the lessons and be like, oh, this fucking sucks. So you can take the lessons and be like, yo, that's dope. That's great. I'm so glad that I have this awareness. Like, I can move forward now. I don't have to keep reliving that memory, that past, that shame, that drama, that bullshit, right? You can move forward. Wow. Okay. So we got retreat and gratitude. Look at this cornucopia. I love it. Archangel Zadkiel. Gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this journey. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the love. Thank you for trusting me with this path, right? Like, really keeping your hearts open and being grateful for everything that you and your twin are dealing with, whether you're together or apart. Because again, if one person's doing the work, the other person's doing the work. You guys are healing simultaneously in different areas of your life. So being open to that, being grateful for this process, being grateful for the healing and the transformations that you're going through because you deserve it. And taking a rest, right? Again, the month of March is a 3 month. It's about healing. It's about self-care. So taking a step back sometimes. Maybe this retreat is the two of you going on a retreat. right? And like maybe taking a little daycation so that you can have that conversation, so that you can open up your hearts and be a little bit more vulnerable to each other, right? So that you can come into full and a complete alignment. Of course, because bottom of the deck, my beautiful twin flames, love. Archangel Sandalphon, the angel that carries our prayers up to heaven, right? Filling you with divine love. I just saw a freaking crow or a raven. I don't know which that is. But either way, there's some magic happening. So, divine love at the basis of it all, right? Beautiful, beautiful coloring that reminds you of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. That's the energy of the divine masculine and the solar plexus and the divine feminine and the sacral chakra. So it's about things coming into balance and really, truly, like, I don't wanna sound like a fairy tale, but it's like true love will win the day. And that's what's here. We got new love here in the Romance Angels. We got love over here with the Angels of Atlantis. Like, that is the basis of all there is, my beautiful twin flames. But it's a matter of you letting the past go so that you can step into a more fulfilling future, right? How long are you going to hold on to yesterday? No, it's time to step forward today. Ooh, 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 nope, 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 nope. Thank you, angels and guides. What do we got going on for the twin flames? All right. Yep. Come on. Come on. Come on. 3 love cards in a row. 3 love cards. And inner peace, right? Balance, calm, harmony, chilling. Like, this is all that's coming for you when you release that energy. The 9 energy of this Virgo full moon is telling you in no, it's telling you so clearly, you need to let this energy go. Let this energy go so that you can find peace and harmony within yourself. Let that energy go so that you can be open and available to the love that is before you. Like, fuck out of here. Bottom of the deck, release. Yo, it's time to let this, whoever this clown is, or even if that's just your perception of relationships, you gotta let that shit go. You gotta let it go. Time to 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 let it go. You got 3 love cards and 3 different decks. Fuck out of here, you bugger. It's up to you though. I mean, you can want divine love and union, or you cannot. Whatever. I signed up for divine love. That's why I'm a twin flame. But you know, that's me. Not here to judge. 3 cards, of course. Embracing worthiness, because that's a lesson on this. That's a definite lesson for twin flames. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Once again, I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Embracing worthiness, knowing that you are enough, and not, listen, forgiving yourself for the times where you didn't show up for yourself. Knowing right now in this moment, you know what? I am enough and I am deserving of this new love that's coming to me. I deserve this. I deserve this. That's why you're doing the work. That's why what you're rewiring your nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Yes. I find strength in surviving my traumas. I find strength in surviving my traumas. What did you learn from this? Right? That was one of the first things I asked you. What did you learn? Because everything is a lesson for your highest and greatest good. So what did you learn from that that you can now use to have the best love of your life, that you can now use to be in divine union with your divine counterpart? What did you learn? Expanding inner power. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. That is your divine feminine energy speaking through, right? Express yourself. Do some meditations for your throat chakra. Call on Archangel Gabriel who will help you with your throat chakra. Eat blue foods. Wear the color blue. Like, do something to stand and speak in your truth. It is time for you to listen, you got to let that energy out. Share, call somebody, right? Like, I do spiritual soul calls. You can check them out here on the enlighteneddaughter.com at my website, or like call a friend or call upon the angels. Like, get that shit out of your body so that you can move forward. You don't want to hold on to it. We hold on to pain, we hold on to resentment, we hold on to fears, we hold on to angers. They become cancerous. They become dis-ease in our body. Literal dis-ease in our body. You don't want to hold on to that. It's time to let it go so you can move forward. Bottom of the deck, rewriting the subconscious. Come on, how much more rewiring do you have to do? The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. We're rewriting the subconscious. We are rewiring the nervous system. You're doing the healing that needs to be done, right? That's a part of this work. That's a part of this work. It is time to let that stuff go, twin flames, so that you can be in alignment with your divine counterpart. And again, for those of you that are already in union, this is just showing that there is work that is being done behind the scenes, right? You're both doing big healing work, which is awesome. Don't stop now. Have those really honest conversations. Be open to the guidance that you're getting from the angelic realm. Like, no pointing fingers, no blame game, no, stop with the comparisons of the exes, and like, they're your ex for a reason. Time to fucking move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve this, and this full moon in Virgo is tripling down on the nines of release and tripling down on the love, tripling down the love. So 3 times you're being guided to let shit go so that you can get 3 times the amount of love coming into you. Come on. You gotta stop playing with the universe. I'm just going to show it one more time, and then I'm going to leave you alone. I love you. God loves you. The angels surround you. And your divine counterpart loves you too. Do you love yourself enough to receive this? Do you love yourself enough to receive it? Later.